So this is case number 379541, People versus DeAndre Lamar Palmer. Defendant is charged on this file. Count 1, failure to stop for emergency vehicle. Count 2, no valid operator's license in immediate possession. I had scheduled these for trial November 20th. And I believe we had closed again for the pandemic, so it's rescheduled till this morning. And we had notified Officer Willis, badge 2399, to be here today. And good morning, Ms. Gabe.
Your Honor, Mr. Palmer and I have discussed the offer. He would like to take advantage of the offer. With regards to the matters for the offer where the officer did not appear, we are seeking a dismissal of those matters. With regards to the other 2 matters that are still current, where the FTD offer is available, he'd like to take advantage of that.
All right, so for the failure of the officer to appear, and I will waive the warrant fee because he had missed trial dates in 2018. And dismiss the matters for the failure of the officer to appear. But he is going to owe reinstatement fees on these 2. Then on file number P800657, People versus DeAndre Lamar Palmer, failure to display.
Your Honor, he would like to take advantage of that offer and plead to the failure to display. He does have $1,000 worth of bonds.
Okay, and then I will dismiss per the MOU the P804069, which is no insurance. So Mr. Palmer, do you understand if I accept your plea today, you are giving up the right to have a trial either by judge or jury?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand you're giving up a number of rights associated with trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody promise you anything to make you plead today that I don't know about?
No, ma'am.
Anyone threaten you in any way?
No, ma'am.
Do you recall being in the area of East 7 Mile and Goldberg in the city of Detroit on or about February 23rd of 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you operating a motor vehicle that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a valid driver's license in your immediate possession?
Yes, ma'am.
You had a valid driver's license?
I had a permit, but I did not go and get it renewed like I was supposed to.
So it wasn't valid, is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am. It was not valid.
Accept the defendant's plea. Dismiss the no insurance. I waive the warrant fee on that, but again, he's gonna owe a $45 reinstatement fee. On the failure to display, it's gonna be $245 plus 45, $290. And then he has civil infractions in default that he needs to pay at some point. So, Mr. Palmer, do you have that money today?
No, ma'am. And you said the civil infractions. I paid $1642. The civil infractions was $642. I paid those.
Okay. So, do you show the bond?
He has bonds already, Judge. He paid. Yeah, his bonds on each one.
Okay. So he has bonds on each ticket.
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking that be applied.
Okay. So I just want him to know that if I put apply bond, it may take a while for that to happen.
I have expressed that to him, Your Honor. He wishes to have his money returned. So if he applies the bond, then the money that he's already paid out, he won't have to pay out twice. So it's my understanding that that's what he'd like to do.
Okay, if he has the option of paying today again, and then his whole bond would be refunded and he would have clearances to go to the Secretary of State. I just want him to know that's an option, okay? So I put apply bond on the one adjudicated matter. On the other dismissals, they'll take the reinstatement fees out of there, but I can't tell you. If I were you, sir, in about 2 weeks, I would start looking online at our website, 36thdistrictcourt.org. All your cases are on the website, and you can see if the bond has been applied, they've been closed, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You said about 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's when I'd start looking. It
Oh,
may
okay.
be a month or 6 weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Unless you have questions, sir, I'm gonna end our call.
Can I go get my license back?
Not until you pay these.
And how,
And that,
and
this is why I wanted you to understand your option. You could pay these today online or at a DivDat kiosk, and you could get clearances on all your tickets. Then you could go to the Secretary of State to see what they want you to do to get a license. If you had a permit that expired, I don't know what your status is. But I would suggest in any event, even if you're not gonna pay them today, you have to wait till you get clearances, pay those $45 reinstatement fees.
okay,
So-
$45.
Wait, sir, you got a lot of them. And you have civil infractions. So you could pay, what would you have to pay to get it?
He has to pay on about $45 on each one.
How much?
And
It is at least $445 reinstatement fees.
those are the ones that I saw when I looked it up. These four. 1, 2.
So if you paid that money and got clearances today, your bond would be refunded and you could go to the Secretary of State. Even if you don't do that today, you're gonna wait to apply the bond, I would suggest you make an appointment with the Secretary of State. Because when I last heard from people, it was a while to get an appointment,
Yes, ma'am.
and you could find out what they want you to do. How many reinstatements?
He has 4.
Plus the 245.
Yes. He paid everything except for these 4 tickets.
So you would have to pay $425 and then you would get the refund of your, whatever you posted as a bond. And because they divided it up among tickets, I'm not sure. But that's 4 reinstatement fees plus the 245 I find.
Okay, and how much is the reinstatement fees?
Each reinstatement fee is $45 and you owe 4 of them.
That's 180.
So that's $180.
$180.
5 equals 425.
Okay, so total and all is $425. Okay.
So that's an option you need to understand. I did put apply bond, but it wouldn't stop you from paying them and getting clearances. So our system talks to the Secretary of State real time, which would mean after you pay them, it should update within a day,
Okay.
maybe
No
sooner.
problem.
To let them know you pay all your tickets, all right?
Yes, ma'am. And that's the $425 that I need to pay.
Correct. And then they should refund your bond. And again, that's gonna take 4 to 6 weeks probably.
Okay.
Yes.
And would I be able to come down to 36th District to pay the $425 at the kiosk?
No,
Oh,
no.
at the kiosk, he said.
You can pay at a kiosk, okay? The DivDat kiosk, it's outside, but you can't come into the courthouse to pay.
Right, understandable. That's why I was
Oh,
asking about the
yeah,
kiosk.
you-
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? If you look online at DivDat, DIVDAT, They have kiosks all over the metropolitan area, more than 70 of them. So you should be able to find one that's closer to where you live or where there's free parking,
Okay, understandable.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else, sir? I'm gonna end our call. All right, have a good day.
And you do the same. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She's still there. So Ms. Gayden Robinson,
Yes, Your Honor.
so we have this moto person that we haven't been able to connect with. At one point, I did see her video, and it's a lady, and she phoned my clerk to say she was in the waiting room. Couldn't figure out how to connect, so it's Carolyn Gore Pemberton.
I'm sorry, can you say her name again a little louder?
Carolyn Gore Pemberton.
Okay.
Eerton. So by the process of deduction, that's who's here, and she's scheduled
Your Honor,
for.
we have no objection to the closeout.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your
Okay,
Honor.
Ms. Kate Robinson, I understand you got something else to do, but really, I don't think that's what you're supposed to be doing.
I understand. I understand, Your Honor. I'm
Okay.
done with that.
All right, so Ms. Pemberton is scheduled for trial on violation of basic speed law and on violation of the governor's order. So if you would waive her presence in that she's not able to connect to audio, we can go on the record and dispose of this matter as opposed to trying to reschedule.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready to do that right now.
So we're on live stream, so this is case number P1073587, People versus Carolyn Gore Pemberton. Count 1 is violation of the basic speed law. Count 2 is violation of the governor's executive order. Officer Kyle Herman, badge number 1920 from the Detroit Police Department, was notified to be here today and has not appeared. Ms. Pemberton is actually in the room, but she hasn't been able to connect with audio. She's got a Moto, M-O-T-O, B6TAL phone, and she's phoned several times to say she's in the room but can't connect. So by process of deduction, we believe it's Ms. Carolyn Gore Pemberton. Would you waive her appearance, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. We do waive her appearance, Your Honor. Today is the day and time set for trial in this matter. The officer is not present, and we're seeking a dismissal of this matter.
So both counts are dismissed, the civil infraction as well as the governor's order. And I'm gonna remove her. We'll send her a copy of what we've done today.